What's going on, guys? This is Eject1 here, back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be building a sugarcane farm in this area. And then I'm going to try and do some other things as well in this world. But it depends on how far we get today. I need to reshape this land that I'm standing on in order to make it look a lot better than what it looks like right now, because it doesn't look the greatest in my opinion. I have just gone through and cleared out as much space as I think I'll need for this. It did take a little bit, but I think it was well worth it. And yeah, so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in the building for the sugarcane, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be, because my plan is to have the building, well, eventually the path. I think I'll add a path that goes through here, and my plan is to have the path go from here and make it to where it forces you to go around like this. Yeah, so we'll say like that. And then I want to have space for the sugarcane, so we'll put that there. And then we want to have enough space for a walkthrough. So the 3 blocks there would be like the path so you can walk through it. Wait a minute. No, we're going to want that, actually. Because you'll have this for the water as well. And then you have this for the water. Then you have the 3-block pathway. And then you have that. And then it'll mirror it on the other side. And that's kind of what we're looking at. But yeah, this is kind of what it's going to look like. You know, you have to imagine this as sand for a little bit. Or yeah, you'll have to imagine this as the initial walls, and then the rest of this will be sand. And then these will also be sand. And then you'll have a path that runs right through here. And that'll allow me to run through here and collect the sugarcane, and yeah, I think it would look pretty cool. Okay, guys, and we're back with an update. And as you can see, this is what I've come up with for this this sugarcane farm. And I did replicate this on the other side. And this is going to be a build where you can just run straight through it to the other side. And I thought that would be kind of a cool idea. But there are some key differences between this and the other buildings. One of them being that I decided to take the pillars that were kind of part of the build pattern or the build style of these, and instead of making them just the logs, I decided to make them the stripped logs. And I thought, it definitely adds to the arch. It makes it look a lot more like it blends in versus using the log. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then I also decided to give it a bottom trim. This is cobblestone. I might change that up later now that I think about it. But yeah, I think it's something to try out, and it definitely looks really good. It's definitely something different. Yeah, and I was thinking of adding some, and I was thinking about coming through here and adding a few grass blocks and making these into some, what do you call them? Flower pots, or yeah, flower pots, I believe. Just to give it a little bit more visual interest instead of just being a blank wall. And yeah, and I did go ahead and add in the sand to the spots where the sugarcane will go. Okay, guys, and this is what it looks like when it's mostly complete. I said, because there are a few things I want to finish. But as you can see, I did decide to, I have these, right? And then I decided to continue that going all the way down there. And then on this wall, I decided to put a bunch of windows. And just that way when I'm running past here, I can see the sugarcane once I put the actual eventual path in here. And yeah, I think it looks really good. And there's also some windows on this side. Yeah, that was already part of that. But we come in here, And I did start planting the sugarcane just to get the, if I can find the, there it is. But I did start planting the sugarcane just so I could start getting this going, and eventually I'll fill this all up with sugarcane. And yeah, and I also changed this to cobblestone. I think it looks nice. Just makes an actual walkway. And then these here, I'm not gonna keep this as torches. It's only like that for now, just to keep mobs from spawning because they did have to fight a skeleton earlier. But yeah, that is the sugarcane farm, and I do like it. It does kind of look like a war bunker now that I look at it, but I think it looks really good. Or maybe maybe an airplane hangar bay, a very small one. But I think it looks very nice, and it definitely adds to the collection of buildings we have. And it's also something very different from what we have over here as well. So yeah, I think it looks nice. But with that being said, and with this being done, I think it's time that we move on to the next project for today's episode. Okay, and for the next project, I was thinking of making a small little boat dock or fishing dock. Just something small right here. So, and I brought a bunch of materials over here with me and kind of set up camp here so if I die, then I respawn right here. Turn that into planks, and then I think what we'll do, I think we will place it, let's see, I think right here. Maybe I should fall in. Yeah, that'll work. And I dig this out, turn that also into part of the boat dock. As far as that cross, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So let's get this one in first. I think what we'll do is, or let's work on this one. Let's see, I should probably turn these into slabs, actually. Ball this up. I'm thinking probably too wide. Yeah, and I'm thinking 2 blocks wide for the dock sections on the boat, or yeah. And I'm thinking 2 blocks wide on the boat dock segments. This won't be like a super big boat dock, but I think it'll still look pretty cool. Do I want it that height? I'm not sure. Hmm. Let me make a boat really quick. Placing the boat there. And I think this is a little too high up for my liking, so... Right. So now we have that, and I think it looks pretty nice. But yeah. So something kind of like that, like it won't be a... I don't know. Should I do... Let me test this. That was not meant to be... And then I could put fence posts on top of here. Let me play around with this design, guys, and see what I come up with. And there is the docks now built. I did skip through the build just because this was kind of a long and boring process with having to place the pillars just right, and if I didn't, I had to break them down, so I skipped through all that. But anyways, yeah, so, can I make this jump? No. Well, the boat's close enough. But, yeah. So, I did a couple things. I made this to where this is more of a boat, this is more of the boat dock, or the boat portion of this dock. And you can use this to put your boats on, I guess. And then this one, I can jump over here. And this is the one that's more meant for the fishing. Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. But I think it could be improved by... Well, because with these docks, they look a little too new. Like they were just built, they were just built yesterday or the other day. But I think these look a little too perfect for this area. And I think one of the ways to fix that would be to make it look like it's been tattered up and it looks like it hasn't been here, and it looks like it hasn't been used in ages, and the waters have kind of, nature has kind of taken its course with this and has made it look like it's not really look like it has been used in ages. That's kind of what the vibe I want to go with. So I brought these oak trapdoors. I would use spruce on these, but I've not found them yet. But I have not found any spruce ones yet. But yeah, I think having some trapdoors to kind of simulate that this has been destroyed with time, I think it'd be pretty cool. And this is what it looks like after I've made this look dilapidated and abandoned. And I hope that kind of makes it look more, matches this kind of vibe. This, I think, could be improved in the future, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it looks okay for what I'm trying to achieve here. But yeah, so the next step in this that I want to do is going to involve... I'm going to use these dirt blocks as spacers, just so I get the measurements right. I did do some research on some boating docks and fishing docks, some old ones, and one idea I seen that I thought was pretty cool, it was pretty neat, was to have... It was pictures of, like, you'd have these pillars, but the whole dock is gone, almost as if there was a dock there at one point. And I thought that was, like, a really cool feature of the... I thought that was a really cool standout feature of those docks. So I was thinking of going ahead and making some here and here, just to make it look like, with this dock, you know, maybe to make it look like that at one point this dock extended out farther, but eventually water kind of eroded it, and now it's just the pillars that are there. Oh no. I might need this. This is not good. Just gonna take my bed and go sleep it off over here, I think. I'm gonna have to kill him. Okay. I don't have a choice. Ow. Come on. Die. Okay, guys, and this is what I have so far. I did go back and tear it out the way it was originally. I didn't like the way it was, just a little too long, so I decided I wanted to make it really small and really dilapidated along with the rest of the docks, just so it fits the overall aesthetic as to what's going on here. And now that I'm done with the boating dock, we are going to turn our attention to this area that I cleared out with trees and used to build the boating dock. And I did that kind of intentionally because I want to turn this into a sheep field, or a field full of sheep. So, yeah. But I think we're going to start with the building for it. And I think we're going to put that, I think that'll work. It's not going to be a super big building, but we want to have enough space. And this will probably change, but yeah, I think we'll do that. There's 3, 4, let's see, probably like that. Let me jump to there. Get rid of this. And I will need a fence. Bring this out to here. And I think I will bring this out to here to look like that. I just need something to kind of fence them off and protect them. And I'm going to go 1 block away from this because I don't want... Well, we can go here. I just don't want something like a wolf or anything, or any hostile mobs getting in here and killing my sheep or risking my sheep. And I have an idea for this, actually. But we're going to focus on this right now. I think that should be big enough. It will go out that far. Okay, and there's the field. And I did go ahead and extend it. Now we will go ahead and fill in all the grass. And I did add the fence gate here too, so that way there is... just so I can get in and out of here as I need for when I go get my wool. Because this will be a very primitive wool farm. It's not going to be anything special. Okay, and now I've gone ahead and completed the stable barn. It's not really a barn. What is it? It's a sheep farm. The shearing stable, I think that's what we'll call it. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. You guys maybe you guys have some names in the comments you can suggest. Yeah, it's a very cobblestoney looking design, but I think it works. Yeah, and eventually this will all be filled with sheep, and I think in the next episode we will go and gather up some sheep. Um, I don't think we'll have enough time to do that in today's episode with all the stuff we got done, but we did get a lot of stuff done today, and I'm quite happy with that. So, and as the sun sets in this episode, yeah, we got this built. We have these dilapidated or eroding docks that we built, and then we also built our sugarcane farm, and yeah, I think it looks really good. I probably will have to come through here and light this place, but yeah, I think that will be. I think that's a pretty good stopping point for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave some comments down below for some suggestions. And yeah. And until my next video, guys, this is Ejector1 signing off.